streaming live on custom live streaming service. This sounds neat.
Does that sound neat? Sounds so official. We're live for our folks on Dynamic Disc YouTube, and we should be on Facebook. So hopefully you're watching us on Facebook here. We're going to get confirmation from Danny and Anthony. While we get confirmation, I'll check in with you, Jeremy. How are you doing this wonderful Monday afternoon?
Just beautiful, beautiful Monday here in Emporia, Kansas. Well, we're like 60 degrees. I feel like I should be out playing disc golf.
I know, right?
I was thinking about canceling our our broadcast so that we can.
No, we've canceled on people so much. We got to tell the people what they want to know. They got to be filled in, know what's going on.
Yeah, my goodness, it has been way too long. Things have been busy in the dynamic world and in the Rusco household. I'm like 3 months into fatherhood now, and things are pretty awesome. Things are good.
Does it feel different to be a father, to have someone else's life that literally depends on you every moment of the day?
It's a little different. I mean, I'm kind of like that for you, Bobby, I know, but
I mean, we depend on you for jobs and livelihood, but this little child, I mean, would not live without you. So anyway.
Right. Yep. He's still here today, so he must be doing something right.
Must be doing something right. Gosh.
I know I'm getting more sleep than Robert McCall. So
well, you're a little ahead. Yeah, you're a little ahead of Robert on that.
Yeah. Bad for him, good for me, I guess. But that first month was pretty tough. I was right there with Robert with very little sleep. But man, he's a sleeping machine right now. So things are pretty good there.
You got to be thankful for that. That's for sure. Any taking him to the disc golf course yet? I mean, we know he's going to be a disc golf kid. So
not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
We're getting familiar with our walks around the block, but not yet. He'll be there. Other than that, yeah, it's kind of weird. This is our first time to do a broadcast again remotely, and that is because we are, I guess you could say, out of an abundance of caution, we are giving our staff the option, the ability to work from home again, the office staff that can do that. And we're starting to see a little bit of flare up of COVID in and around Emporia. And so we're trying to do our best to keep everybody safe and healthy and happy. And I'm at home and Bobby's at work. Well, I'm at work, but
I'm at the warehouse keeping things cool here at the DD Media Studio. Hey guys, if you're tuning in again, this is Dynamic Disc Update with Jeremy Rusco, and this is your opportunity to ask a question straight to Jeremy Rusco. So we've got Danny watching the Facebook feed, and we've got Anthony on the YouTube feed. So shoot us those questions in the comments, and those guys will get it over to me via the wonders of the internet, and we'll get those questions answered for you. So Jeremy, you're taking a stab back into social media. We used to come to me, and you when you traveled with me, you used to see how well you did on social media, and I would give you your performance appraisals on social media when you would help us out on Instagram. But now you're ready to take it on your own. What's going on there?
Well, you fired me, and I just sometimes you have to get knocked down to get back up. And so got a new social media account. There's so much stuff going on in everybody's lives, but on the Dynamic Disc side and the Jeremy Rusco side, I guess I kind of feel like there's maybe some different things that I'd like to post, and I thought it would be cool to start up a new Instagram account that would hopefully provide, not hopefully, it is going to provide some different insights on some different things, maybe some products that are in the works, maybe some motivation or inspiration, maybe some things we've messed up on that Bobby would not approve to be.
I know, the moment he said he wanted his own account again, I was like, oh, I got so nervous. What's he going to put out there?
So anyway, Dynamic Rusco is the new Instagram account. If you go to, I believe the Dynamic Discs account, I think I'm tagged in the most recent post. And so you could find it easily that way. And I just posted something just a few minutes ago about the new eco plastic that we're coming out with here pretty soon. And we're going to give at least one of those away. And so I'd like you to go over to my new account, give it the most activity, hopefully, that it's ever had. Pretty new account, and like the post, comment on it. And if you comment on it, you're going to be eligible to be one of the lucky winners of one of the items that we're going to be talking about. Nice. You know what? We'll talk about it in a little bit. So,
okay, we'll talk about it in a little bit.
What do you think about that, Bobby? You think it's going okay? You think I'm doing okay?
I think you're doing pretty good. I've been watching you, and just so our audience knows that the more likes, the more comments he gets, the better performance appraisal Rusco gets on his social media. So good stuff there. Make sure you follow Dynamic Rusco on Instagram. Get a little behind the scenes type take on Rusco's world in the dynamic disc world. And keep up to date on Starlin as well, I've noticed. So Starlin gets a little bit of sunshine on that particular account as well.
She likes the fame and the stardom.
My favorites are the one from way back when she was a little tiny puppy. Can't believe she was that tiny. All right, so we also have some other news on our little agenda here.
Yeah, so we haven't met in a little bit, so just wanted to give everybody some updates on some of the things that have been happening. We got many of you, if you've known Matt Lloyd or Dynamic Disc Northwest Arkansas, you probably are familiar with that RV that you probably could not believe was still out there on the road. And anyway, we've, I guess you could say for the most part, retired that RV. We got Matt and Bear and the Dynamic Disc Northwest Arkansas crew a new van to help them promote events and do new tournaments. They had hosted an 8-tier this weekend. A lot of players there. Great course setup over there at Dynamic Disc Northwest Arkansas. And a big congratulations to Team Dynamic Discs member Chris Clemens for shooting a smoking hot final round to beat out Nico LaCastro, Kale LaVisca. Man, there was a bunch of, was Kevin Jones there? I don't have the results in front of me, but there was a lot of really good players, and Clemens took home another fantastic win.
Nice.
United States Amateur Match Play Championship. We wrapped that up and had an incredible, man, there were some very talented players that came to Emporia for that. We gave away, actually, Bobby, you talk all the details on.
Okay, so if you've been following us, you know that Elliot, I think it's Zetis won, but he wanted to give back to disc golf because disc golf has given so much to him. So he decided to give away the 18 veteran baskets and the pins that he won as being the 2020 United States Amateur Match Play Champion. He called it the Pitch for Pins, and basically put a call out there for, it's been about a month, maybe a little over a month. He put a call out there for people to create a pitch via video, send it to him, and he will decide the winner. Well, we got so overwhelmed with it. Oh, we thought that was a really cool thing. So we told him we would help him put the word out. So he said he got so many entries that he needs help figuring it out. So we're going to go through and we're going to pick the top 3 that we like here at DD. And then you guys, the fans and followers, are going to get to select the winner from the top 3. And I got to tell you, I've watched a couple of them and they are very creative. I don't want to give too much away because I want people to watch, but they are very creative. One group had cheerleaders giving a cheer for getting the baskets to their area. So really cool stuff. So discgolfmatchplay.com, we'll have a special web page, and of course we'll blast it out on our social media channels. That way you can watch some of the videos and you can help us figure out who can win those 18 veteran baskets. It's a really cool thing for Elliot to do, for sure.
Super cool, for sure. Yeah, I can't wait to see who gets to take home all those baskets, and just a super cool thing for Elliot to do. That's very, very generous to give away 18 baskets and tee signs. And so we've been battling out of stock issues like crazy over the last 3, 4, 5 months as disc golf has just exploded. Thankfully, now we are getting a huge influx of that product in. So if you've been following us, you've probably been seeing that there's a lot of products that have been showing up, and we've gotten restocks on almost all of our bags. Our carts have been showing back up. The Zuka carts have been showing back up. Discs, we've resorted to air freighting over every single disc that we get from Latitude 64. And so it's been pretty wild. It's been pretty crazy. There's been a lot of stuff going on. I think in November, there's like 19 working days and 17 containers were slated to show up this November. So the warehouse crew has been very, very, very busy. And we're excited about that. On top of that, Latitude 64 is in the process right now of actually increasing their production capacity. So more discs are getting cranked out over there than ever before, and we are excited to get more discs out there to the growing, very much growing disc golf market. So a lot of exciting stuff.
Yeah, on that note, guys, and I've even had messages on social media people asking when's this going to be back in, when's this going to be back in. A really great way to be notified when something you're looking for is in stock is to sign up for our newsletter. Go to dynamicdisc.com, scroll all the way to the bottom. You'll see a field where you enter your email address. Even if you opt in just for a little bit, just so you can see what is being restocked, and then you opt back out. Obviously, we don't want you to, but if you want to opt back out once your item comes in, that's still a really good way to know when something comes in. I know Clay works really hard to make sure that you guys are up to date via the newsletter to know what's been put out there. You got time for a couple quick questions, Jeremy?
Fire away. Come on, let's go.
This is kind of in relation to what you just talked about, but more specifically the retail store. 888 Husker says, how long until we see the Emporia retail store back to stocking levels like last year this time?
It might be a little while. And I think probably what you're, referring to is the diversity or the different, so many different discs, different molds that are in stock. And unfortunately, we are having such a hard time keeping EMAC truths, judges, escapes, trespasses, raiders, those our most popular discs. We are having to do everything we can to keep up with that. And so the production schedule is overloaded with a lot of those discs that people, even though you might be missing a disc or two in your bag, trust me, I lost a suspect not too long ago and another suspect not too long ago, and I need a suspect in my bag. That's a whole nother topic on retired molds. But, with Latitude's increase in production capacity and the year kind of winding down, I guess I'm hopeful that sometime early next year, we'll be able to start to trickle in a little bit more of what we consider to be the B and C molds, the not quite as popular molds. And we do recognize that that's important to have. We do, not everybody needs to throw a Raider. Not everybody needs to, just because those discs are really popular for us doesn't mean that we don't want to provide the items that maybe sit on the shelves a little bit longer than other discs. And so we'll get back there. And there's a couple other things too that are happening. I know some of you have been like the Renegade. I've seen some stuff where people want the Renegade, and there are some opportunities for some of those items that have been what we slated as retired. I think it's the hand-eye subscription, monthly subscription box is actually going to have a Renegade as a part of one of the month's subscription box. And so there's absolutely a way to get that coming up there. And there's always the custom run program that people can put things in. And so things are going to start trickling in. It just takes time and things are busy.
Awesome. Well, we had a super chat jump in for $4.99. Thank you so much, 888 Huskers. So he jumps up to the front of the line with his question. Any possibility of a VIP X Moonshine Glimmer Gatekeeper?
Can we say that again? That's a lot.
I know. I was just thinking that as I said that. VIP X Moonshine Glimmer Gatekeeper.
For that super chat, I think the Gatekeeper is absolutely one of the best mid ranges amongst all the lineups between Latitude, Dynamic, and Westside. And I think that would be a very, very good mold to have. Can't promise it, but we'll put that on the list and see what we can do.
All right. Jason Young wants to know, and I'm sure a lot of people want to know around this time of the year, looking to add any more pros to Team DD this coming season.
Always working on something.
Always working on something. I always feel cool because I always know the end. I always know what's going on, but I can't tell anybody. I feel so cool. No. Let's see. Quake World Trick Jumping. Any news about understable mid ranges and drivers from DD?
Hang on real quick though. Back to the sponsor, back to the players.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, we are hoping, we're putting some stuff out there. A couple of us were very hopefully optimistic about somebody that ended up maybe not working out, but we got some stuff out there. We're very happy and excited with our current team players.
You want so bad. You want so bad to say the name. I know. Sorry, we broke the fourth wall there. I guess we broke character.
Let's bring in the Casa Ramos Jenny Margaritas or the Radius IPAs, and maybe that'll be in the after show.
Yeah, we need to tell people we say more when the Jenny Margaritas are involved, so they need to tune in for that one.
Super chat the Jenny Margaritas.
Okay, we did get a super chat from Doc Zen. Any chance of a molding machine in the new warehouse? Oh, that's a good question.
Yes, fantastic question. And ironically enough, the warehouse is larger than we need, at least today. Of course, with that being said, the warehouse that we're in currently was way larger than we needed back at the end of 2013 when we got moved into it. One of the things that's required with production is additional power. You don't just plug it into the normal wall outlet. Anyway, this warehouse is already set up with that electrical capacity, I guess you could say, which would make that process that much easier to get started. Nothing's going to happen anytime soon. Latitude 64 did just increase production capacity and said that if we grow beyond what they can keep up with this, then the next expansion will be in Emporia, Kansas, in partnership with Latitude 64. And so we'll have to get through the 2021 season and see where things are going. But I hope at some point we can venture into that.
Nice. Let's see, Andrew Hinks, can you give us any idea of how much more it costs you to air freight discs rather than via freight ship? No, freight ship. I'm sure he's talking about freight ship.
Yeah, fantastic question. And so essentially our discs on container are right around 10 cents a disc in freight, a little bit less sometimes. With air freight, it actually ends up, that's before the duties and taxes are figured in. Air freight is actually about 50 cents more per disc. And so I see the invoices more often than I probably need to about how much we are spending thousands to tens of thousands of dollars a day on some of every day Latitude is shipping us stuff, and it has just been adding up like crazy. But it comes here in about a little over a week instead of 6 weeks, and time is money. And if you don't have the product, we can't get the product out there. And we think that it's really important to hopefully catch up on the availability of all these discs. And so we've made the decision that we need to spend that extra money to bring the discs over to get them here. And the shelves, I was in the warehouse yesterday, actually. The shelves are starting to get a little bit more color to them, a little bit more variety. But it's a long, slow process at this pace. We're shipping out way more stuff than we've ever shipped out before. Again, the growth of disc golf right now is just really exciting to be a part of, and we're doing our best to catch up.
Hey, if any of the stacks of discs are a little wobbly, it's probably the ones that I stocked. So apologies for that. I came in and helped a little, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. I think I came in for a little bit. Anyway, lots of question about the Westside Discs bag. Guys, it's on the agenda. I promise we will get to it. But first, let's see. So a lot of people, if they watch Smashbox or tuned into our Disc Golf Audio podcast, they learned that the Dynamic Discs Open is now taking place of the Glass Blown Open. So we changed the name. But is there anything you want to kind of tell the people here about that, kind of a quick little elevator pitch about the reason for the change?
We will still have these glass balls for the Dynamic Discs Open. We will still have all of the rich history and traditions and festival atmosphere and family reunion with the Dynamic Discs Open. All it is a name change. And we can't wait to see our disc golf family back in Emporia at the end of April next year. Start planning now, make the trip to Disc Golf Disneyland, and
Disneyland.
It's going to be awesome.
Nice. Yeah. So like I said, if you want to get more in depth with that, go to Smashbox. It was their last week's episode, or listen to Disc Golf Answer Man episode 339. And you can go to timestamp 2556 if you want to just listen to that particular interview with Robert McCall.
Yeah. And then the last thing I think I want to mention about on the Dynamic Disc Open is a lot of people ask about the player pack all the time. A lot of people are always curious, what's in the player pack? What's in the player pack? And that's obviously a big thing for us. And we've got pretty much everything lined up for next year's player pack. This is the most excited I have ever been for a player pack. And so I know sometimes people have had their hopes up. They thought they're going to get like a new car or a new cart.
The new Ford Bronco? Oh,
new cart, not car.
Cart. Oh, okay, cart.
I'm really excited about next year's Dynamic Disc Open Player Pack. So don't miss out. Come join in all of the festivities and the fun, and it's going to be awesome.
I got to say, it is quite a unique one that I've never seen any other big tournament give out, for sure. All right, what else we got? Oh, we're hiring people here, Jeremy. What's going on?
Yeah, Bobby, last time you walked around the warehouse, were there some unfamiliar faces?
I think that happens all the time.
Yeah, so one of the cool things that's been continuing to happen is, we've just been able to continue all this growth means we need more people to help along the way. And so we've been able to hire, I think we're right around 20 people now that we've had to hire through this pandemic. And it's really cool to see the new faces. There's actually some I haven't even met yet, with us not. Some people are working the evening shift. Some people are working times that I haven't been around. And so there's still a couple names that just started. And I got two more. Doug got two more people on board.
Nice.
Already this morning. And so exciting times, Dynamic Disc. And we just got this amazing new company benefit for the Emporia Country Club. We got a really cheap, affordable member rate for anybody that is employed at Dynamic Discs. You can play golf at the country club. You can play disc golf at the country club. You can do all kinds of stuff. And it's very inexpensive now as a part of Dynamic Discs employee benefits. So come on.
Yeah, that's very cool. We got a smoothie machine. We got great rates at the country club. Oh, and then we have great rates at the Genesis Health Club. All kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, if you go to the gym, you get it paid for. Huh.
Heck yeah.
Bobby gets it paid for.
I get it paid. I haven't paid, in like 6-7 months. I love it. All right, let's see. What do we got? Let's go ahead and, guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Dynamic Disc Update with Jeremy Rusko, where you get a chance to learn some of the behind-the-scene stuff about new releases, new things coming out, and also your chance to ask him a question. Just put it in the chat. If you're watching on Facebook, put it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, put it in the chat. Anthony or Danny will grab those and relay it to us. We actually have a few more if you want to jump on a couple here, Jeremy. Rising Am Disc Golf question. Any Junior Worlds updates?
It's going to be awesome.
It's happening. It's going to be awesome.
It's happening. Yeah, we're pushing to get in a permanent course at Soden's Grove. So there will hopefully be a new, more shaded 9-basket, 18 tee pad disc golf course there. And yeah, we're excited to have everybody back in town at this point. We fully expect that the event will happen and people are going to come to Emporia. They're going to have the most amazing disc golf experience as usual. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you next July.
Alexander wants to know, is there going to be a version 5 Christmas disc like the team series?
No.
Yeah, version 4 with the Halloween zombie faces was the last of those 4. So if you're collecting, make sure you collect all 4. Now, wait till next year. I'm sure we'll have some special stuff for next year, but no holiday one. Wildcat Disc Golf. Could there be an option for non-players to order a player pack for the the Dynamic Discs Open. A little something for those of us that can't make it to Emporia. You gotta come to Emporia.
Sorry.
I know a lot of people want that, but man, that's just one of those things. We like to make it even more special for the people that are able to come out to Emporia. And
Yeah, so that's really, we actually used to, I think it was probably 2000 and I don't know, 10 or 11. We did sell player packs to people after the fact, and we made the decision that we want the awesomeness to experience all the awesomeness with the Dynamic Disc Open or Glass Blown Open, however you want to refer to it. You just got to be here. You got to come here. You got to soak it all in, and that's what makes the player pack special. And we want people to come here and make sure that those people that do come here that make the trek to Emporia, because we know it's a huge commitment. It's a huge commitment to come here, and so we want to make sure that those who come get the best of everything, and that's part of getting the player pack.
All right, one more question before we head back to our agenda. Disc Golf Dummies, is there a lot for the family to do in Emporia while I would be playing disc golf? Looking to make a family trip out of the Dynamic Discs Open.
I think there's all kinds of amazing things to do in Emporia. You're not going to get what you typically get in a big metropolitan city. So if you like amusement parks, if you like Major League Baseball or NFL football or whatever you might be trying to do, or big, large concerts, you're not going to get that in Emporia, but you are going to get 5 minutes from wherever you're going to go in town. Actually, 8 minutes is about the longest trek in almost all regards. You're going to get, there's just so many great things. We got an amazing zoo. We got a great aquatic center. We've got the list goes on. I'm not going to get into all the details, but there's plenty to do. I believe you can go to visitemporia.com. You'll see a lot of the top attractions. And the one thing that you're absolutely going to be guaranteed is you're going to be welcome or welcomed when you walk into restaurants, when you walk into places. People notice that you're a disc golfer and they welcome you with open arms. Maybe no hugs right now, but come on. We'll see you soon.
There are so many people that come out and they end up, they come out for 1 year and then the next year they bring their family out, and the entire family has a great time here in Emporia, especially at the block party where everybody gets to just kind of relax and have a good time. All right. So next on the agenda is talking about the new warehouse and more specifically where the pickleball court's going to go.
Yeah. So we're very, very excited about, for us, it's a new opportunity for us. Unfortunately for Detroit Remanufacturing, their warehouse operation is shutting down here in Emporia. They're moving the equipment out and some of the jobs out to other locations across the country. For us, that meant that was a larger than we need warehouse today that will allow us the opportunity to grow. And we are closing on that deal at the end of this year and going to be moving in early 2021, which is a really big deal for us because right now the struggles for us to get all these products out the door as we're experiencing this tremendous growth is when you're in a certain size of a building, you can only do so much in one day, and you can only get so much out the door, and you can only bring so much stuff in. And we're seeing a lot of challenges as we never would have experienced. We never would have thought we would have had this kind of growth this year. And so the new warehouse has 7 loading docks. It's got a lot of space for us to put the things we need. We're not going to be stumbling over things that are not where they should be because they just had to be placed there. And so it's a really big deal for us. Bobby's going to have a pickleball court for a little while in there. I'm going to beat Bobby. And
you haven't played in a while. I've been playing.
It's it's going to be good, and we're ready to get into a new spot. This warehouse has been pretty amazing for us, but this growth is exciting, and this growth needs more space.
Yes, it does. I'm going to be so glad we're super excited about the DD Media Studio as well. We're doing a lot of fun stuff out of there for sure. Let's see. Just a few questions. Here's some quick ones. Any plans for VIP X Sword or VIP X Maidens?
I do not know the exact plans there, but those two discs are popular. The Maiden is probably not going to be a reality, but I could absolutely see the Sword at some point.
When can we expect some Opto Air and VIP Air back in stock?
Always working on something.
Always working on something. How about 149 class discs? That might be way behind. No?
I don't know.
Are there going to be any molds retired here at the end of 2020?
I do not believe so.
Yeah.
But you're going to have a hard time getting certain discs for a while, just depending on where they rank, because it's just going to take a little bit for us to get stocked back up, as we talked about earlier.
Rusco, what's the deal with this Royal line? Even I want to know. So Latitude 64 put a little teaser out last week where they had looked kind of like maybe you with Starlin on the mountaintop or something, looking off into the distance. A lot of people are asking if it was Starlin.
I thought it was Sebastian.
Yeah, and they said, and it just said Royal, and they said more info or details coming November 19th. So yeah, can you shed any light on that?
Well, the really, unfortunately, I don't have as much information as I wish I had, or maybe what I am able to share, but we are going, the Royal line was actually supposed to be out earlier this year, but because of what happened, because of the explosive growth, Latitude 64 had to push it back and push it back and push it back. And at this point, you can look for some mystery boxes at the Latitude 64 factory store sometime this holiday season. The holiday season is what, next week?
According to Walmart, lasted 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So crazy to think about how we're already almost at Thanksgiving. And with that being said, you can also expect to see some of those Latitude 64 mystery boxes. A very limited number of those are going to come to the Dynamic Discs Emporia store, Dynamic Discs Kansas City, Dynamic Discs Carrollton, Dynamic Discs Northwest Arkansas, as well as the RV operations of Tyler Searle and Jonathan Ray. And so very limited numbers coming, new plastic, new lineup, new molds. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait to buy my own box. No, not really. And just so you guys know, no, we don't need to get into that. That's all I got.
That's all you got. Okay, let's get back to our agenda. Let's see. You wanted to discuss lack of disc availability. You already kind of touched point on that, but is there anything else you want to?
Nope. I think that's about, we touch base on all of it. Next one.
Cool. Well, I know that I'm of course subscribed to the newsletter, so I saw that we got some Combat Rangers in, right? What did you want to touch base on that with? Yeah, well, just the bag is awesome. We've been receiving some amazing feedback on the Combat Ranger. Thanks to all those who have tried that bag out. It's been fun to actually get the Ranger improved to what I think is just an absolutely amazing product for us. And so that came out. We've almost sold through the original shipment and the original colorways, the standard colorways, which for everybody's reference, the standard colorways for the 2021 season are going to be that sandstone color behind Bobby, that I guess you call it sandstone. There's going to be the traditional classic heathered gray. And then Bobby's got it right there. My gosh. And then there is the blue as well. And those are going to be the three standard colorways for, blue. Yes. Perfect. It's the only blue thing I could find close to me.
And so that's going to be our standard colorways for what you're going to see for a majority of our bags, or almost every bag for the 2021 season. And then there's going to be sprinkled in, we're going to have these limited edition colorways. And that tropic pattern back there is an example of one of those limited colorways. Some of them might be very limited, 300 or 400. Some of them might be a little bit more, but we're going to have a lot of fun with the bag lineup in 2021. And I think you guys are going to be very pleased with our ability to finally bring back more variety in what we do there. And so with that being said, I think we can transition on to 2 new bags that we're going to have landing early, very early in 2021. The Combat Sniper, which I think this bag is actually pretty dang awesome. And so
you probably see more detail on the other one.
You guys are probably familiar with the traditional sniper that's been like $75, $79.99 maybe. This one is actually going to be a higher price point bag. It's got improved straps. It's got improved back panels, back padding. It's got feet on the bottom. It has the chest strap as well on the front for the improved strap. On the top, one of my favorite features of the bag is the added putter pocket, or added disc pocket, however you want to refer to it. And that top one, you can actually get several discs in there, much like the new Combat Ranger, and plenty of storage in the bag. It's also got the 2 side storage pockets. The traditional sniper does not have that on the side. And so this is the first improvement for the sniper, which this is the Combat Sniper. So that's coming out early 2021. I think that bag's got a lot more flair to it, a lot more. It's a really nice bag. And so looking forward to that one coming out. And then we've also got the Combat Commander that'll be coming out early 2021 as well. You can see the improved back panel padding. The shoulder straps are improved. It does have the snapping chest strap. And I think that's the main differences there. It's not tremendous differences on the Commander, but I'm pretty certain that the only colorways that are going to be on the Combat Commander are the limited edition colorways. So improvements all the way around, and looking forward to seeing those in early 2021.
Very cool. Very, very, very cool.
On top of that, we are going to have more soldiers in stock, soldier bags, the traditional shoulder bag. We're going to talk about the Westside bag in just a second, but I do want to mention that you're going to see in the next couple of weeks, you are going to see a Westside bag come out that is not the Westside bag that we've been talking about, not the Westside bag that we've been...
Say what?
Not the Westside bag we've been excited for, but it's just a shoulder bag for Westside, to make sure that some people have been wanting to have Westside starter sets or a full Westside bag, and to get something out there. We've moved forward with essentially a canvas shoulder type duffel bag, but the Westside backpack is coming. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Okay. All right, we got a super chat from Doc Zen, $2. Thank you so much, Doc Zen. He'd like to know if we were going to have do we have any Black Friday sneak peeks? Yes, this 50% off all masking tape that I have in my office.
Doc, this is kind of a weird year in terms of like the Black Friday specials. It's hard to have lots of specials and discounts when you already have problem keeping the product in stock. And as I just got done talking about a bit ago, we are spending an incredible amount of money to get the product over here quicker than it has been in the past. And so we're going to have some specials. I don't know exactly what those specials are. I got kicked off of the holiday planning committee not very long ago, but I think it's going to look a little bit different than it has in the past. But and actually, with that being said, the holiday shopping, it already feels like it's getting started, and we're starting to see either it's holiday shopping is starting early, or more people are playing disc golf as the weather is really nice in the United States right now, it seems like, and so good things are happening.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, let's see. You want to jump to the next topic?
Yeah. So on my Instagram post, which by the way, my goodness, thank you guys for jumping on and providing some comments and some new followers. Thank you. I've now surpassed 400. I think maybe I get like a quarter of a media star, Bobby.
Quarter. Yep.
For when I hit 500 or something.
Yeah, 500. We need 500.
Yep. So anyway, we are finally coming out with an eco-friendly product for, we've had a lot of people ask questions. What are you trying to do to be environmentally sustainable or conscious of the environment? As we all know, plastic is not the greatest thing. Well, the new plastic lineup that Latitude 64 has been working on for quite some time now is actually finally dialed in. And so the cool thing about this product is that the majority of the plastic is actually a eco-based material from plants, and it is. Bobby, you tell me what I mean.
It feels great. It feels really nice, and what you'd want from a putter if you're looking for something it's not super stiff, but it's nice. I mean, if you're looking for a hard plastic or a hard feeling disc, this is great. But I really love the feel of it. I could see this being a nice throwing putter. Yeah, I think it feels good. This is the same mold, but this is in blue, just so if you want to see more of a contrasting color. The first thing I thought of when we were told this was being worked on is that, is it going to feel different than other putters that people have had? I don't think if you were to give this to somebody, they'd automatically go, oh, this is something weird and this is something different. No, it just feels like a good putter.
Yeah, so this is our way to try to come out with some more environmentally friendly plastic, and Latitude 64 is going to continue to work with it and experiment with it. But I think it's great, and we're trying to do our part. So cool stuff there. And so anyway. Back to that Instagram post that we were talking about, in case you're just tuning in now. I set up a new Instagram account to leak new information about dynamic discs that Bobby would traditionally not let be put on the interweb or the Instagram. And so you can go to Dynamic Rusco, my new Instagram account. You'll see this post, which that looks really bad, but you can like it and you can comment on it. And we're going to be giving away some of those eco keystones that Bobby just got done. Talking about, and we'll have a couple winners, and so that's that. We'll get them sent out to you. Nice. It'll be my first giveaway ever, I think, on
your channel.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Wow! Every time I refresh, you got like 5 new followers.
Bobby's really excited. Okay, so on to the next. Is another thing we got coming out very, very soon is the Marksman Light basket. So you can see behind Bobby, the Recruit Light is essentially our more economical, cheaper. I hate to use the word cheaper, but
value.
The better value basket. It's great. The Recruit Light's a great basket. One of the things that we've recognized with the Marksman is that really we just overbuilt it. Much kind of like the Recruit. I mean, the Recruit is an incredible practice basket, arguably too good for the price points that we were working on earlier. And so anyway, the Marksman Light is coming out soon. Going to be a more affordable practice basket that I think people will like. So all kinds of stuff happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reading the notes. All right, so we got a few questions coming in. Let's knock these out real quick. Any special Christmas themed discs on the way? I haven't seen any or heard any plans. They might bust out a stamp or two, but I haven't seen anything, that is needed to be discussed. Let's see. Tommy wants to know any plans for a rainfly for the paratrooper.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know the answer to that. I can't remember if I'm getting a different bag mixed up or not, but I don't know.
Oh, all right. Come back next December update. Maybe we'll have more information for you. I'm going to butcher this name, and if Robert was here, he'd be correcting me. I think it's Ak Walbex. Ake Walbex. Walbex. Mark Wahlberg. No. Can you elaborate a bit on Trilogy Challenge 2021, a shift towards existing molds instead of new ones?
That is a question that I would love to have us answer. I think we'll talk about that on the next update.
Update. All right. Put a pin in that. Super chat from 888 Huskers, another $4.99.
Again, man, thank you.
They are really getting us those Jenny margaritas. How about more Seafoam Green Deputy putters in Classic Hard? Are you asking if we're going to have those, or are you wanting those?
888 Huskers, keep sending that $4.99.
And I will get you whatever color you want.
That Seafoam Green is a fantastic color. I can only imagine that stuff's coming. Just a matter of getting it. All
right, let's see. So we already talked about the Latitude 64 Royal. You gave us information about that. Now, you ready for what everybody's been asking about?
Why is there's so many good bags for dynamic discs and Latitude 64? Why do we need
the Westsides? The Westsides want to know.
We appreciate the passion for Westside, and it's really been, we have recognized that we are behind on disc availability, and working hard to get some stuff caught up there. But the Westside Discs backpacks, you probably are in the know. We're working on 2 of them. I have seen visual samples of those bags, and those are getting reviewed right now. And I expect that we'll have some of those, those 2 bags here in Emporia sometime soon. And so you can probably expect some pictures will be showing up on that Dynamic Rusco Instagram account, and then maybe Bobby will share them on the Dynamic Discs or Westside Instagram account. But first run prototypes are always, there's always a couple misses on those first run samples. And so I'm really excited to see them. I know there's already a list of a couple things that the factory made notes on to adjust. And so we want these 2 bags to be awesome. We want them to be what everybody has been waiting so patiently for. And that is why these 2 bags are taking longer than I think anything that we've ever worked on, it seems like. And at this point, we just want to get it right. And I think that those who are patiently waiting are going to be very happy with the end result when we get that. And so we're shooting for an early 2021 release with those. And I can't wait to share some pictures sometime soon. That's all I got.
That's all you got. All right. We got another super chat from Julianne. $5. Thank you so much. Wow. She's probably trying to get them Jenny margaritas so she can come down and visit and have some of those Jenny margaritas. Her and Dustin need to come down and visit Emporia so we can get some Jenny margaritas together.
Yeah. It's almost 5 o'clock.
I know. She's contributing to the Jenny Margarita Fund. All right, real quick, we got a couple last things.
Was there a question there?
No, she didn't have a question.
Oh.
I mean, unless Anthony didn't give it to me.
Well, thank you.
He's typing. Nope. No question. All right. So what do you got for us to wrap things up?
To wrap things up, I did play some disc golf. Was that just last week, Bobby?
The Freedom Fest?
The Freedom Fest?
I think it was
2 weeks ago. I can't keep the week straight anymore. It was last week. No, maybe it was 2 weeks. It doesn't matter. But that was the kickoff event for the Veterans for Vets tournament. We call it Tournament in a Box series because it's so easy to run what we call the Tournament in a Box. Trilogy Challenge, Veterans for Vets, Winter Marksman League, United States Amateur Match Play Championship. I think I'm missing one more, but they're so easy to run, and really want to encourage everybody to run a Veterans for Vets. You can go to veteransforvets.com, check out the information. Last year, there were over 50 events, 50 tournament directors or organizations that were able to raise hundreds and thousands of dollars for veteran organizations. And I know that at this year's Freedom Fest in Emporia, Kansas, founding city of Veterans Day, maybe a little bit of the inspiration or a lot of the inspiration for the veteran basket and the naming scheme along with our baskets. But it was fun to play. And Brian Taco, he beat me. He reminded me why I don't play competitive disc golf, but it was really fun. Actually, I got quite a few birdies out there. Soden's Grove is such a fun disc golf course that we're working to get in the ground permanently. And I do want to take the chance here, or the opportunity, to remind everyone that 18-hole championship disc golf courses are not what grow disc golf. This explosion of new players right now, imagine them going to the Emporia Country Club for their first round of disc golf, or imagine them going to a course that has average holes of 500 or 600 feet, or a bunch of water, or a bunch of opportunity for people to lose discs. That's what gets people to go out to play disc golf for the first time and never again. And so it's so important to have beginner-friendly pitch and putt disc golf courses, because it gets people hooked playing disc golf where they want to come back time and time again. So Hammond Park in Emporia, Kansas, average hole length is like, I think, less than 250 feet. It's our busiest course in Emporia, and it has helped grow the beginner disc golf scene by leaps and bounds here. And I guess I want to encourage all of you guys to not look for that beautiful piece of property to put an 18-hole disc golf championship level course on. Put a beginner-friendly disc golf course on there, help grow the sport, and make sure that these new players can show up to a course and enjoy the course, not lose their discs, and come back time and time again.
Since you've given that speech, we have got 4 super chats come in. I don't know if it's the patriotic Veterans for Vets speech or the get us some Jenny Margaritas that did the job. We got a $10 super chat from Stephen Hampson. Thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate that. And $1.99 from Colton. He says, love everything DD is doing. Chaser 90EK, $2. Sorry, I'm late. It's okay, Chaser, but next time it'll cost you double. Super chat, just kidding. Another one from Chris is $5. Almazar gave us $5 in the super chat. Really appreciate that.
Wow. Thank you, guys. Let's go have some margaritas, and let's put in some 9-hole. Let's put in some 9-hole disc golf courses so that we can keep growing the sport. Yeah, Bobby, what you got anything on the Freedom Fest?
No, I played it. I played the 12 o'clock round, and I had a really good time. It's a really Soda Grove is a really fun course, but it was such a nice day. Everybody kept saying, "Man, what a nice day to be out playing disc golf." I mean, of course, I don't mean to bring it up, but because it's just where we're at. But it didn't feel quite the same because there wasn't the whole crowd there. I mean, Emporia still did the run and the bike ride, and I think they had like 170 people show up between the two. They ended up doing like 45 people waves of different times so they could keep as much social distancing as possible. But it felt nice to be out there. And of course, I have to say thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Dynamic Disc, because I am a veteran. Dynamic Disc paid for my round to play. So thank you for that. Thank you so much for that. But yeah, I had a good time. Had a really good time. Had some fun. I threw some really pretty good shots. I impressed Doug Bierkus, which is hard to do sometimes. So he was impressed with some of my throws.
Of course, Dougie played quite well.
Oh yeah, he did. He did really well. He was throwing that super soft judge like no other disc I've seen somebody throw. So he really loves that thing.
Yeah, we get so in case I think so. Brian Taco was the Latitude 64 team manager. He stepped away in early March. He knew what was coming on this pandemic thing, and he wanted to get out into somewhere else. Anyway, Taco moved away. He and his family missed Emporia. They missed the dynamic disc atmosphere. They missed disc golf, and he called. I guess a couple months ago now, and said, "Hey, I miss it. I want to come back. Will you have me back?" And nice. Sure enough, we. As we're seeing our disc golf events grow, we thought it was important to help our event manager, our event coordinator, Doug Bierkus. He's got a lot on his plate with events and with HR. He also handles all of our HR. And so we knew that in order to keep growing both our staffing side of the organization, as well as our event side, we needed to have some help there. And so thrilled to have Brian Shintaku back in Emporia helping out with the events. You guys have probably been familiar with seeing him as the team manager side, but he's going to be on the event coordinating side, tournament director side. And so I guess that's why Doug's game is improving. He's got less tournament stress. So Taco, Doug says, thanks for that. And, nice. When we say that the door is open, if you ever want to come back, we mean it. And it's really refreshing to have that circumstance and situation actually pan out and have Taco come back. And Taco's also a veteran as well. So
nice. Well, before you move on to the next item, we had the super chat. One of the people sent in, Chris, late came in with the question. He says, honestly curious here, but how does recruiting pros work? And do you think you could use more of the pandemic money to invest more towards recruiting some top contenders?
Well, I mean, it just kind of depends on how in depth you want to look at it. I mean, I think we all know who the top players in the world are, right? They don't need a whole lot of recruiting on that. And, but in terms of the up and comers, I guess you could say that maybe there's some recruiting that could be needed, but at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot of loyalty, and that's just a general professional sports thing. You players are going to go where the money is, and so I think the recruiting is just putting money out there, right? We offer the most money, we're probably going to get somebody. But we're not always going to get that at the same time, and We've put forth the biggest offer in the history of dynamic discs not too long ago. So we are putting more money towards, or trying to put more money towards players. Our players this year, our tour team was compensated more than they've ever been compensated before, and they played less. And a lot of that had to do with all the support for the Tour Series fundraiser discs for the players. Wow, my screen just brightened. That was nice.
I noticed that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we do have Eric McCabe, our team director, Gabe as our team manager, and our entire team. I would say our team is taking on that recruiting, and our team members a lot of times are the ones that refer and recommend who we add to the team. So,
yeah. I think it's fair to say, and we've had the discussion behind closed doors, is it's fair to say that our sport's a bit different than some of the bigger sports because we often know about negotiations that are happening in bigger sports. So I think people maybe tend to say, or they're used to hearing the negotiations happening. They're used to hearing big teams that are trying to get young talent, and we hear about them doing stuff like that or moving players around and stuff like that. And you don't hear that in disc golf right now. So it might be a little odd for people not to know more information about that. Luke Wessel put in a $4.99 super chat. How about some glow bites for us who live in the dark north? That's interesting.
Glow bite.
Moonshine bites. That'd be interesting. Oh, he's making a note. You hear that, Luke? Can you hear the typing? Yep, he's making a note.
And on that other on the gatekeeper, I'll keep these in the same section. And we'll put that sword on there too. The maiden is not Latitude is not production for the putters in the X material is very challenging, and so there's not going to see a lot of putters in X material.
Yeah. Chaser EK, Resco will be investing the money into a new adventure, Dynamic Drinks. If you only knew, Chaser, if you only knew.
Always working on something.
Always working on something.
Yep. I do Dynamic Drinks, DD. So that's working there.
That would work, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff going on. We got any other questions before?
I think that's pretty much it for the questions that we need to get to. Any mystery boxes on Dynamic Disc Store this holiday season? Well, we know we have the Latitude 64 Royal coming up. That's pretty much a mystery box, so that's something to be out on the lookout for sure.
Yeah, we've traditionally done a lot of mystery boxes as we had stuff, whatever, in different corners that needed to go somewhere. I think there will be a few mystery boxes, but things are just not what they used to be, I think
the mystery is, will we have that in stock at Christmas time?
Cool.
We good?
The wrap up of the wrap up?
That's pretty much the wrap up we got. We have been going for about an hour now, so we'll let people get back to their day.
That's right. So the last thing I got, and maybe you read this too, but I thought this was really cool. So I subscribe to, I don't read a whole lot, but I read the 5-minute posts or 5-minute articles or what I like to read quite often. And I saw this come across the other day. It was why Mark Cuban and Jeff Bezos, something. They're the smartest guys in the world, right? I think Mark Cuban should run for president, but I think he's a good guy. I think he's a good guy. Yeah. And I think he means well. Anyway, I really liked this is the very end of it. And it's essentially saying that you can always work harder than anyone else. But here it goes. Because you can't control luck, you can't control timing, you can't control what other people say and do, but you can always control how hard you work. You can always substitute effort for skill and experience, secure in the knowledge that over time, incredible effort will lead to skill and experience. You can always work harder than everyone else. That way you'll never have to look back and wonder what you might have accomplished if you had just tried a little harder. And so, and that's just life in general. I feel like whether it's business, whether it's being a professional athlete, whether it's being a father, whether it can be anything. And so I really liked that. As I've seen a lot of us put in a lot of extra hard work at Dynamic Discs to keep up with this growth, that one meant a lot. And so let's all keep working hard. Let's all keep growing the sport. Let's keep doing what we love. All of us at Dynamic Discs appreciate all the support that you guys give us. This has been a really, really, really exciting year for disc golf. Got a lot of good things going. Let's keep sharing that love. Let's keep spreading the joy of disc golf. If you know somebody that hasn't tried disc golf, I bet you've got an extra disc that you can give to them and take them out to the course. And I think that's what just might get somebody else hooked. So thank y'all for what you do. That's all we got from here.
All right, cool, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Dynamic Disc Update with Jeremy Rusko. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Facebook if you're watching this. Make sure you sign up for our newsletter so you know when we restock our items as we get them in every day. It feels like every day we got something new coming in, so make sure you sign up for our newsletter. Also, if you want to stay connected and get some insider stuff, make sure you text me at 620-312-3225. Sometimes I like to text out little motivational stuff, little pictures of things I see in the warehouse. So stay connected with us everywhere you can. And all right, well, you have a great evening, Jeremy, and we'll talk to you guys later.